Good evening, guys. Good evening. I think so. We are live now. Can you please quickly confirm if I'm audible and everything is clear from my side? Yeah, guys, just confirm if everything is fine from my side, and then we will be moving forward. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, great. You can just switch to maximum resolution possible. Okay, right now we have 1080p. So if you're not having clear screen, you just try switching to your maximum resolution. Okay. Okay, fine. So everything looks great, and welcome back to the day 4 of our bootcamp, guys. And we are again back to learn Tailwind CSS and to explore many more things. Today we have one page, or else we can call it as one section of contact, and that will be responsive. We will make me a responsive contact section. And after that, we will explore some, we can call it as transition effects in our tailwinds. Okay. So we'll add my contact form in this same HTML file, and then for practicing my transitions, I will make another file and we'll do our work over there. Okay. So that's what we are doing right now. Okay. Guys, is my voice fine? Or else is there any issue with my voice? Good evening, Sai. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, I think so. It's fine, right? Okay, great. We can now start it up. Okay, there's no need to waste our time over here, and we need to work on contact form. So after this section, I will put a heading for contact form over here. Okay, yeah. So I will create a section of my contact from this point. You can also use div if you want. It's your choice, but I will go with a section in this case. Okay. Yeah. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Good evening, Moses. I see you are a regular right now in this boot camp. Okay. Yeah. Padding of 8 and background of white I have added. And let's see if my text or else if my okay, it's not yet visible. Let's add some more content and we'll see it up. Okay. So now then I will have my div. Okay, guys who are here for attendance, they can join back at 7:45. Okay, please do not spam in the chat again and again when we will get attendance. You're not going to get attendance before 7:45, or else if I think, or else if I change my mood, I will share it at 7:30 itself. Okay, I do not know when I will share it up. So if you are for attendance, it's better that you do not spam in the chat, or else you can leave out and you can join later whenever attendance is shared. Okay, because I do not want you to create disturbance for other students. They are here to learn something. It's better you do not create some problems for them. Okay, yeah. Margin I am setting it as auto because I want to manage a responsiveness. So on X side of margin, uh, I want my system to decide how much margin it should add. Okay, so that's what I am doing in this case. And if everything looks fine, so let's get inside and we need to we need to create a form. Okay, so we will be taking input and we are not going to process that input, but we will be taking the input. Okay. Yes, everything can be done with light to dark, can be done with Tailwind, but along with Tailwind, you will also need state management, okay? Either Redux or else normal state management in React, okay? So you need to understand the particular state in which you are right now. Only then you would be able to manage the bright and light toggle, okay? Fine. Maximum width. See, max W is maximum width allowed. Okay. I am telling my form that you can go till this max of it. Okay. You can be having any minimum width, but for max width, you can only go till this particular point. Okay. Fine. Okay. I have created my div and I need to now create my label and input. So I will create and one more div and inside that div I will encircle or else I will have my form as well as label in this case. Okay. So this is my label. And what all things do I need to add in my label? Sorry, label. Yes. Fine. So first thing that I need to add in my label is I need a input of username. Okay. So we can take it as username. We can take it as name. Whatever possible, we can go with it. Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Modi. Yeah. So we can go with name and the class. This is my class. Okay. So now I have made the label and what all styling do I need? So first thing, I want my display to be block display, not inline block, but block display. Okay, Aruna, it's afternoon there. Where do we live, Aruna? It's afternoon there. So text is a small in this case. Okay, so the example thread code also. Yeah, you would be getting this all codes, this all notes at the community post. I think so. Okay, so just follow up there. I think so. They shared it up yesterday. If not, then I will remind them once. Okay, text gray of 700. We can go with a darker color of 700 right now, and margin bottom of 1. Let me save it up and let's see the preview out on my screen. So this is my input right now. This is my label. I haven't created my input. So after this label, what I need to create? I need to create a input. Okay. So next is input. And what all things do I need in input? Like what all attributes do we have in input? Okay. So first we will have class. Obviously we are going to have class. Then we will have a placeholder. Okay. What placeholder do we need to keep? So I need a placeholder. I will tell the user to add in your name. Then uh, type of input that we have type of input that is text. Okay. So these are the attribute that we need in the input. And what I will do next is I will give it styling. Okay. Nothing is shared based on the code till now. Okay, I will remind them. Okay. Okay, you're from Ghana. Great, great, guys. I'm finding many international students in this boot camp. Okay. I think so. We have one more boot camp running from 21st. I think so it's related to MERN only. So if you are interested, you can explore that too. Okay. Yeah, so now I want my width to be full and padding on all sides to be 3 and I want a small quarter. Okay. Okay, fine. This is what and uh, I need to give it a color. So border gray of 300 and if I want my border thickness to be more, then I will add certain value, but I will set it as default. Okay. Border gray 300. Okay, fine. So my border has been added, and what's the next thing that I need to do? Okay, nothing you should. Yeah, I told you that you will be getting all things. Let me remind my team. Okay, SI, what is bothering you right now? Like, what is the doubt that you have? What did you not understand? Yeah, and then I want rounded. Okay, rounded of large rounded LG right here, along with a focus of what? A focus of ring 2. Okay, this is what I need. Fine. Guys, can you just stop commenting upon these all things? Okay. Who is from where and other important problem. Okay. So wherever you are from, it does not concerns either you are from West Africa, whatever African side you are, whatever European side you are, it does not concern. You are in this lecture, just enjoy the lecture. Good. Okay. No need to comment on anyone telling that you are from this place. Okay. As the question, can you explain what is the main purpose of in the tailwind? Obviously, to give a values. Okay, if you want to give certain pixel value, if you want to give some REM values to some properties, like the text size, over there we will be using bigger brackets. Okay, that is the need of, or that is the use of your bigger brackets in tailwind. Okay, fine. So this is the styling, and let's see the output right here. And fine, right? Right. Okay, let me refresh it up. Yeah, so this is my input. And what is focus? Why do we need focus? So when we are into adding some value, or else when we are working into this field or in field of input, Then we needed this border. Okay, we need a small border. We needed a blue ring on the side of the border. Along with the blue ring, I also added a border gray of 300. So if you want, you can remove it up. No, it's better we keep it up because when we are not in focus, we need a border. Okay, so when we are in focus, then we are seeing a black and a blue ring forming outside. Okay, that's what we have the need of focus in this case. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine, no problem. Okay. Yeah, so this is label and input. Okay. So I have added one input. Same way I will be adding one, not one, but actually I can add two, three inputs. So I can add one more along with the name. I can take in the contact information, and I can also take a description from my user. So total of three input, and then I can add a submit button over here in this case. So first one was my name. Second, I can add is my email, and third, I can add is my description. So what I will do, the same thing that I created here, I will just copy it up, and I will change certain values over here. Okay. Now, before changing the value, let me see how the output is. Okay. So this is how I am getting my output. So the margin is managed on its own. Why are we able to manage the margin? Okay, because we added a space y of 4. Okay, if you see a space y of 4 over here, that means we are adding a 4 space between y axes. Okay, so if I remove it up, if I do not add this, suppose I remove it up, then the output will be kind of cluster. Okay, so everything gets on to be like close to each other. So space y of 4 was adding space, or else it was acting as a margin between these all different inputs. Okay. So I will just I will add it again back. Okay. So one more way of doing that is if you want same output, what you can do, you can add a margin bottom for each div that you have created. Suppose what I can do if I remove this up, okay, and what I will do is I will give it a class name, and I will give a margin bottom of 4. Same way, I will do over here too. I will add a margin bottom of 4. Okay. So the output will at the end remain same in this case, kind of same. Okay. So let me see what is the output. So output is same in this case. So you have two ways of doing thing. Now, now you have to decide what suits you better. Okay. So if you go with the easier one, if you go with a more better one, then space y of 4 will be much more better than this margin bottom of 4 because if you have multiple number of inputs, suppose if you have 10 inputs in a form, then you have to give margin bottom for 9 of the divs. Okay. So it's better to add a space y of 4. It will manage the spacing on its own. So now let me change these values, and in name, I will add email over here. Okay. So email and the type of input, it will stay as text, but the placeholder will change. And I will do sample at the rate gmail.com. Okay. So this is my Gmail, and after Gmail, I can take in description. So I can add a description over here. So what description of issue you have, and in this input, I will add enter your description. Okay, so this will be my input in this case. Fine. So I think so it's done. And let me check. Yep. So everything is fine. And we need one more thing over here. That is a button, a small submit button to be added. And let's add that up. So just below the div, I will create one more div, or else we can directly go with the button tag too. Okay. So button has been created. Okay. So space Y flags to the next HTML for the also will, yeah. So space Y will act between all childrens. Okay, it will manage the space in terms of Y between all its children. Okay, that's what space Y is going to do. If you are not comfortable with space Y, but I do not find that you should not be comfortable with it. It's very easy part. So if you do not want to use it, you can also use margin bottom. Okay. Fine. Okay. So now let's create a button, and this will be my submit button in this case. So first thing that I will give over here is type of submit. Sorry, not submit, but submit. Okay. And I can add some text here. Okay. So I can add text of Send message. Okay. And let's style this button. I need to add some styling in this case. Okay. Can we use flex for the form? Yeah, you can use flex. You have to use flex of column, and then you can also use it up. Okay, flex of column will also work fine. Add a gap or this is space wise, same way we did it over in this case. But if you are able to do a task without a flex, then I would recommend do not go with the flex. Okay. So if you are going with flex, try taking care that it should be column, flex column itself. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's give a class. Let's give the styling. So I want my width to be full. Remember, guys, I have given my form a maximum width of medium. It means I am giving my not cross my form width. Okay, so if my form width is 400 pixels, okay, I am restricting my form width to 400 pixels. Then the button, if I, in that case, if I give my button as width full, it means the button width will also be in between the 400 pixel. It is not going to cross. Width of outer section match something correlated thing. So do not forget this. So we need a background blue of 500. We can go with 500 right now, and I will change it up on hover. I will add a kind of 600 to 700 on case of hover. Okay. Yeah, guys, is there any issue with my sound? I see some of you are commenting that there is issue with my sound. Sound is not clearly. Okay, fine, fine. Let's see. There would be some problem with the internet right now. So any style which we apply to any HTML element, will it apply to all the sort of child items span, or will it apply to span? Wait a minute. What are you asking? So any style which we apply to any HTML element, will it apply to all sub child? Like, yeah, all sub child. Like, if I take an example, if you see over here, see, my section, my this div is restricted to a medium of width. Okay, max width is restricted to medium. So the child, if I take form as a child of this div, this child cannot exceed the given given maximum width for the parent. Okay, we have to keep it in between. We have to keep it inside that itself. Okay, so until unless I assign this form a pixel value, I assign this form a width of 800, and I assign my outer div to a width of 400, then there will be overflow. Okay, then in that case there will be overflow. There is no such thing that is your child will strictly follow the styling of the outer div. No, it will not. But if you use correct tailwind, in that case, it is going to follow. Okay, fine. So where is the button? Yeah, this is the button, and we will add the border. So let me give a border in this case, and what I will do, let's leave a border. Okay, I don't think so. Border look great because I want to design same as this button. Okay. So what we can do now is I can add a rounded of LG, that is rounded of large, and then I can add a hover effect. What will be my hover effect? Hover effect will be background blue of 600 in this case. And along with this, do we need any more thing to be added? So on hover, we can add a transition. I haven't taught you transition, but I will add you transition in this case, and will add a duration of 400 milliseconds. Okay. So this is my button, and let me see if my button is there or not. Okay, so this is my button, but what's the issue? The issue is kind of, yeah. So rounded spelling is wrong, so that is why it's not getting shown on the screen. And this will be rounded large, fine. And we can do one more thing. What is that one more thing? We can give padding X and padding Y also. So right now it's the text is just getting sticked to the top and bottom, and I do not like that. So for that case, what I will do, I will give it a padding X. No need of padding X. Already it's in the center, and let's see, it's fine. Yeah, I corrected the spelling for rounded. It's right now. Consider as class question how data or another issue type in the form of the name field or any other field like image or text when we click on previous button, which we does to R Modi, can you come more specific what you're trying to ask right here? So trying to ask about the field inputs, how we are taking field inputs right now. This form is not working. It's just a UI, so we are not actually taking the field input. Okay. If your doubt is related to how are we exactly taking the field input, how we are taking this data, so we are not taking this data. If you want to take this data, we have to create a separate JavaScript function for this to take in all the values from this fields. Okay. Yeah, is it fine now? Is it fine now? I think so. It would be fine. Yeah, I think so. There is a small network issue from my side today. I'm finding it from the morning itself. Okay. Just quickly confirm if it's fine now or not. Yeah, I will show you the code. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yeah, fine and well. Okay. My responsiveness is great. And if I go on a large size window, this is the maximum I'm going. And let me go to another screen. Okay. Let me go to another screen for now and let me check out. So this is my form, okay, everything at the center, and you can see the width has not crossed my medium width that I have given. Okay, I have given a maximum width of medium. It's not actually going to pass out. Okay, uh, but how is the transition duration working actually? So transition duration 400. I will show you. Just wait a minute. When we get into transitions, I will explain you everything. Do not worry about this. Okay. So I wanted to add a smoothness to my transition. So that's why I added a duration of 400. So if you hover on any normal button, if I hover on this, you can see the transition is taking place at just a moment. Okay. It is not taking any time. But if I go with this button, there is a small amount of smoothness over here. Okay. So that's why I added a transition duration of 400. Okay. Yeah, so responsiveness is well and good. And if I check with other size screens too, and in that case too, it is well and good. Okay, it is fine. If I go with Pixel 7, it is fine. It looks fine. No worries about that. If we go with Surface 7, it's great. There is no overflow. We go Nest, it's fine. Okay, so responsiveness is great. There is no problem with responsiveness. And if you want to add a heading, you can also add a heading on the top telling that this is a like contact form. Okay. So what we can do is we can copy this heading from the top section and we will be adding this up in our section and we'll name it as contact us. Okay. So this is the section that I have created of contact us. Fine. Okay. Now it looks great and everything is fine and well working. Okay. In mine, it stays to the left. How to solve? If it is staying to the left, there is certain issue with your margin. Please set your margin X to auto. That will keep your whole of body of the form to the center. Okay. Uh, there is one more solution to this. That solution is what you can do. You can go with. So what we can do is, see what I will do is I will. Okay, so suppose if I remove my margin X auto, okay, suppose I'm doing this, I'm removing my margin X of auto and let me show you what is the input right now. So in this case, my form goes to left side of my screen, okay, and I do not want this. So one solution I already told you that is you have to add your margin access auto. What is the other solution I will recommend you? You can define a flex and you can go with item center, okay, flex and item center. Let's go and check what is the output. So still I'm at the left side of the screen and what I will now add is justify, not between, but justify center. Okay, so justify center. Let's see what is the output right here I'm seeing. So in case of justify center, I am at the center, but not at the best center that I would need. And one more thing, I have an issue in this case, the size of my form. Okay. So what should be the actual size? It should go till this length because I have set it to what length did I set? I set it to max width of medium. So that's why it's not the best solution you can find. And if you are using this, then you have to give the label and you have to give the input a certain width, and that will not work on well. Okay. So if I what I do, if I remove my maximum width in this case, and let's see what will happen now. Okay, I have removed my maximum width. Now, what happens? My form is at the center, but the width that I have, I'm not happy with that. Obviously, the width is kind of too low. Okay, I do not want width to be like this, so I can give it a minimum width of medium. Okay, let's try with minimum width of medium. So let's see what will minimum width of medium do for us. It's doing nothing for us. Okay. Obviously, it will do nothing for us. So for that reason, what we will do, we will stick with the old styling that we took. So I can actually remove my item center. Okay. I do not need this item center right here. Fine. Okay. So form is fine, but the width is not good. So to resolve that, again, what I would need is I would need to give it a pixel width. Okay, I would need to have a certain width in this case. So again, it's not working fine. Okay, so leave it out. Let's leave hold of our flex out and let's stick with the old one itself. Okay, so I will go with my old one itself. Let's remove my flex and let's have our margin excess auto itself. Okay, fine. So this is the like on the least work you did and you are getting maximum best output. Okay. So form has good width. Form is at the center, even on the large size screen. Also, you have kind of good output in this case. Okay. Fine. Okay, guys. Is there any doubts till this point? Yeah, Vivek, any doubt that comes into your mind regarding any of the styling? The best way to check it out is implement it. Okay. If you are thinking, will content center work or not, just implement it once. If it works, great. If it does not work, problem. You will get a kind of lesson in output. If it shows the button, it shows the button, and I show no, but does not show that struggle. Shows the button, text, and all, but it does not show the color. You can check with the color. Okay, I think so there would be text color that you would be missing. So we gave a text gray of 700. So you might have messed this out, or else the background color that you have added, or that would be some that would add some issue. Okay, Chetan, it's working fine with your Flex too, but only problem is the width. Okay, so if you give Flex, in that case you have to manage the width for each cases. Okay, that's one need that you have in this case. Can please check it once still that it's not works. Yes. What is not working, guys? Box is not showing. Which box are you searching for? If you are not having this input, you are not having a border, please check if you have added a border or not. And the hover effect things that we have added, all things you have to check. Okay. And I haven't added any border to whole of my form, so there would not be any box kind of display over here. Okay, fine. Yeah, so handling the form will be a backend part. Okay, so we are not going into the backend part. We will kind of be sticking only to the Tailwind CSS. Okay, label class block text small medium one line. Why are you writing text SM medium? What does it means over here? What is text SM medium over here? And text is fine. Text margin bottom of one. Okay, and what is this one after your styling? Then label input class. Okay, so label input class with full padding three. Water gray. Spelling of gray. Gray spelling will be GRAY or GREY. So you can check that. And then rounded large focus ring to focus ring blue 500 focus border placeholder one trillion. Okay, fine. Just check with the gray spelling. And one thing that you have added is text SM medium. That's not how you write it. Please check with the documentation and please rectify it. After clicking, it shows the box. There should be one border of gray without clicking, and after clicking, you should have a blue border getting shown because I added a focus of blue 500, I think so. Yeah, blue 500. Yeah, blue 500 of focus I have added, and in that case, you will need that. Okay. Sir, how can I make description field a multi-line text? So right now we are taking a input. Okay, we are using an input tag. If you want to have a multi-line, in that case you can use a text area tag. Okay, so text area tag comes with a number of rows or else number of not para, but we can call it as number of rows you want. Okay, so it has an attribute of row. So just just your input tag get replaced with text area. Okay, fine. Dhruv, there is not one or two property that will make it responsive. All of the properties should be managed in this case. So if I talk about the form, we have what all important things we have to manage our responsiveness. One is maximum width that we have given. Another one is MX of photo that we have given. And the third one is for each input, we are giving a width of full. So these three things are kind of managing the responsiveness in this case. Okay. Yeah, Muskan, in that case, you cannot do anything. Okay. You can just sit quietly and enjoy the lecture now. Fine, guys. Any more doubts? Before moving to transitions, I want to take every possible doubts that you have, and then we'll move with transition. We'll understand how we make transitions and animation in this case. Okay. Yeah, it's still 7:35, so Ashirvad, you will have to wait. Okay, fine. Any doubt related to the code or anything? Is anyone having trouble with loading anything or the responsiveness is having some issue or other related things? Is there anyone? What do we do in place of focus ring? What do you want to do in the place of focus ring? If you want to remove it, you can remove it. Okay. The It's not compulsory, but I just added it. Okay, for teaching you. So in most of the form that you see, there will not be focusing. We do not kind of prefer this. Okay, so we work without focusing, but I wanted to explain this to you though, so that's why I will added it. Okay. Purpose of block. So I wanted a block display. That's why I am adding a block over here. Okay. So what is block display? I think so you can kind of refer it on your own. So what is the type submit please? See the button over here is used to submit the data. Okay. So the form over here has the functionality of submitting the data. So that's why we have button type as submit. Okay. So if you're beginning to all of the web development, then you have to start from the scratch. You have to go with HTML, then go with normal CSS and other things. Okay. Yeah, Shaili, no need to worry about that. You will get, you have to submit the assignment on time and you will be getting your certificate. Okay, great. So let's move to next thing that we have is transition. So what I will do now is I will close this preview and I will create a new file. So I will name it as test.html and we will be now adding all the transition in this file. Okay. So let me close this up and fine. Okay. Out of which image is scroll in Tailwind. What is the issue in your image scroll right now? Yeah, so the attendance is done. So it is when you provide tasks and be a deadline of also. Yeah, in that case, when I provide you the final task, you will have a deadline. Okay, most probably 3 days from the end of bootcamp. That is, we will be ending the bootcamp tomorrow. So you can add 3 days from there. Okay, so it will be 17. So 17 by midnight, you would be having the deadline. The assignment will be discussed tomorrow. No need to worry about that. Now let's get into animation. Let me explain you how we will be adding animation. So I will show you two example of animation today, and then tomorrow we'll get back again into this animation and we'll complete it up. Okay. No, this will not make text small at a medium breakdown. If you want to do that, you have to add medium text SM. So this is the proper thing that you have to do. You do not have to do text SM MD. No, that's not the thing. If you want the text small on a medium size window, you have to do medium text small. So that's why I pointed it out. It was wrong in your code. Template and first transition will be not first all the button. Okay, we use double T. Yeah, so sorry. I will add a hover effect and I will add transition to that hover effect. Okay. So first I will do my hover effect without any transition. And after that, I will add transition and I will show you what is the difference. Okay. So I have this button of explore page. Okay. Responsiveness we covered from last lecture itself and we are continuing it right now in this lecture too. Okay. Fine. So we have our button and this is my explore page button and what I will do I will open my preview in this case which is the last preview right okay um, I will do now is I'm going to do so it will directly open my index.js but I want the index.html but I want my test.html to run okay so it's going directly to my index.html. Okay, let's do one thing. We can practice this directly in index.html itself because preview will open my index.html. It's not opening my index.html right here. Okay. Okay, great. So at the bottom, I will do this thing. Okay, so let me add a button in this case, and after my footer, I am expecting a button, and let's give it a class name. Okay, I do not want to create a conflict, so better not rename it because tomorrow again I will start with this file itself, index.html. So I need that. Okay, left, right, and I want to set it in the middle for this purpose. We will no. If you want to set something in the middle for that purpose, you use margin. Yeah, padding distance between content and border, and yeah, so content and border, then padding margin is your whole section border and your content. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, great. So now what I will do, I will add the button over here, and now fine. Yeah, so this is a temporary file, guys. No need to worry about this that much. I'm using this just to explain to you. Okay. Yeah, so background blue of 500 I'm adding, and what I will do is, yeah, so what I will do is next is I will add a forward and see text of white along with text of white. Leave it, guys. We can practice. We can do things over here too. We do not primarily need to go into that. Okay. So same button we are going to use that we have created earlier. Okay, there is nothing else, but I will be adding a transition. What transition I'm adding? I am adding a scale of 105. It means the size will get to 105. It means the size will increase somewhat. Okay, and this is my HTML, and let's go and see over here right now. So what's happening is I will add a margin bottom. Okay, margin top of 5 in this case. Okay, looks great. Okay, so this is my button. And let me add a transition. I have added and then transition and then transform. So we need transition as well as transform in this particular case. Okay. Yeah, you can use any color palette of your choice. You are not restricted to use only which. So right now what I did, I added transition, but what is happening? My size of button is going on to increase somewhat on all sides, on width as well as height side, but it's not smooth. Okay, there is some problem. It's not smooth. Okay, I am in need to kind of make it more smooth. So transition is working, but smoothness is kind of issue over here. Now, to make it smooth, what I will do, I will add one thing, only one thing, that is duration. So if I add a duration of 500, it means I want my transition to last for 500 milliseconds, not seconds, but milliseconds. So in that context, what I will do, I will check it again. Let's see what happens now. So whenever I hover on my button now, I am getting transformed. My button is getting transformed, but it is taking time. So because of that, the process becomes somewhat smooth. Okay. So this is what transition is. So what transition exactly is? Transition exactly is change of certain CSS property. Okay. Change of certain CSS property is what we call it as transition. Now, to add smoothness, we can add two things. One is duration. We can also have a delay. You can also have a delay of 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever delay you need to add. Okay, so right now we will just stick to this one of duration, transition, transform, and what we are doing on hover, we are changing our scale to 105. So this is one example of our transition. Now let's go with one more example of our transition. What we will do now is you can ease out to. You have the option to ease out to. Okay, so I will add a loading button in this case, and let's do one or two things. Visit in my How will I visit in your college? Okay. What's your college name? Vibhuti. Vibhuti. What's your college name? Yeah, guys, wait, I will give you a reference. Okay. Yeah, so I want to add a spin button kind of thing. Okay. It's on Ola University. Where is it located? In which country? Okay. Yeah. So I will add certain classes in this case. Okay. No, this portfolio itself will be assignment for you. You will not get anything else. Okay. Okay, it's an India. Sorry. Fine, fine. So we have background blue, and we can go with same thing, background blue of 500, and we can go with text of white. Okay. Okay, fine. So text I am adding as white. Okay, guys, leave it out. Come back again. We will discuss later where to visit, where not to visit. Yeah, so I wanted a rounded of large in this case, and along with rounded of large, what I will do, I will add a border. So what I need? Sorry, hover. I need a hover of background blue of 600. Okay. Yeah, I will share, guys. Just chill. Just have some patience. Okay. Just have some patience. You will get everything. So I will add a duration of 300. And what I will do, I will save it. Okay. Then what I need, one more thing is I need a span. For what do I need span? I need span for one specific purpose. I will explain you. Yeah. So span, okay. So in this span, what I will add 300 milliseconds. Yes, 300 milliseconds, not seconds. Okay. So I will add animate over here. I will want to have an animation kind of thing, small animation. Okay. Fine, Rahul. If you are attending the class from beginning, it's great. Okay, so I will add animation of spin and inline log in this case. Okay, span, not spam, span. It's not M, it's N. Okay, so width of 4, and I can add a height of 4. And the border what that I will add is a border of 2 in this case. Okay, what is commented out button code? There is nothing commented out right here. It's just written loading button. Okay, it's just written loading button. Yeah, so border of 2, and yeah, I keep on forgetting that I have to write a code. Yeah, so border of white, and then I can also add a border of 1. So I am adding two borders. One is 2 as well as sorry. I will add the right side of my border as transparent. Okay, transparent, and rounded I will keep right now as full, as well as I will add my margin right. So what margin right I can add? I can add margin right of any choice. I will write my margin right as okay. So let's see the output, and once we have our output, then I will share you attendance. Okay. So this is the loading window, kind of a spinner, but it's not actually working. Why it's not working? Because we do not have JavaScript. But let me check one thing. With spin inline block with 4 hour border are transparent. It should be transparent. Okay. And rounded is added. Margin right is 2. Now let me check it again. We just border right transparent rounded full margin of 2 and transition duration 300. Fine. This looks fine. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So spin will not actually work because we do not have any JS, but this is another kind of transition that we can do. And one more transition. So first one was a scale transition, second one is your color transition, and the third one will be kind of gradient hover button. Okay, so we'll also discuss that, but let me just share attendance till that point. Okay, just give me a moment, and I will share attendance with you. What is the name? Okay, so I have shared the attendance. You can mark it up. It's pinned on the top. Okay, message is pinned, right? Yeah, it's pinned. You can mark your attendance. It's pinned on the top, and Nano. The thing is, you need to maintain some attendance, and for that reason, you have to come for the online classes. Okay. Yeah. So this was one button, and another one is our gradient. So gradient button. I will add this up quickly, and then we will be closing the session. Okay. So button. Okay. So let me close this up quickly and clearly. So to get started, I hope so. You have knowledge of button. Yeah, I closed it up. Okay. You have knowledge of gradient, what gradient is from top to bottom, left to right, and other things. Okay. So I will not get into explaining you what gradient is, but I will show you how we are going to add gradient to our case. Okay. It's pinned on the top. Comment. You can see the live chat. It's pinned on the top. You will find over there. Yeah, so I am defining a background gradient to what? I am defining it to the right side of my screen from left. So I will start from which color? I will start from indigo. Okay, so we can go with indigo something. So let's go with indigo 500 and to what color? So we can go with to let me add it as purple. Okay, so purple 600. So I will add it as purple 600. Text will keep it as white as it is. Okay. Yeah, Shma, what is the project that you need guidance on? Okay. You can just tell me, if possible, I will look into it. So we have rounded off large. Okay. Fine. And on hover, what I need on how hover, I need my gradient to change somewhat. I need it to go to blue of some value. So what blue can I take now? I can take a blue of 800 and then I can also go with purple of 800. Okay, so this is my gradient property. Let's see, let's load it up and let's see the output. Okay, so this is my output. On hover, what happens? It kinds of changes the color, but I haven't added my transition and I haven't added duration. So I will add a transition and I will add a duration of 500 milliseconds to make it more smooth. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of not yet that smooth, but we are kind of having better. Okay, so we can also increase the duration, or else we can add a delay also in this case. So whatever suits you best, you can add. So transition is correct. However, fine, rounded text and normal text have been given, and everything looks fine. Okay. Yeah, so this will be one transition. So we just got into intro of transition. Tomorrow we will be looking more into it and what are things do we need in that. We'll try changing the project card that we already created. We will add some transition over there and we have many more things to cover in this case. Okay. So yeah, so tomorrow will be the last lecture. So we'll cover whatever possible and then we'll be closing the session. And based upon whatever we learned, you have to create your project depending upon that. Okay, I will explain you and then you can go on forward. Okay, what do you want to do in this cryptocurrency application? Do you want to have transition transactions? Do you want to do trading or else what exact functionality do you need in that? Yeah, you will get it on the community chat. Divya, there, please use ID with which you have registered. Okay. That will be much more easier for us to consider. Okay. First, you need to start from basic. You have all resources on YouTube. Okay. If you want to kind of learn from basic, so you can also take up the course from us. Okay. But if you do not want to spend money, then you have resources on the YouTube. But if you are willing to spend money and if you are willing to take live classes with me, then possibly you can join with DevTown too. Okay, you will understand everything from basic. Yeah, you should. We also have inbuilt spinners in Tailwind. We can also use that. Okay, fine, guys. I hope so. You have marked your attendance. Now we'll close this session up. Okay. Okay, just keep marking with that ID itself. Do not use any other ID then. Okay. If you have used one ID to mark attendance, then please go on forward with that ID too. Okay, fine, fine, guys. I want to learn Howard technique. Janvi, you can learn our technique. Just kind of understand the basic, and then try implementing it up on your own. Slowly, you will understand every Howard technique that we have. No, there's no assignment today. We will give a final assignment tomorrow. Okay. I will explain you tomorrow how you have to submit it up. Okay. Do not worry about that. Guys, I will not run away without informing you all these things. Okay. I will explain to you tomorrow. So just be there in the lecture tomorrow. We'll cover some remaining topics and then we'll close the session with your assignments and then we'll move on again. Everything is easy when you are willing to learn and practice. React is not a difficult concept, but we have many concepts in React that you need to practice on. Okay, okay, guys, fine. So we will end the lecture now, and I hope so you have enjoyed it up, and we'll meet you tomorrow. Okay, more at the same time. Thank you for joining. Bye bye. Good night. Have a nice day.